Tottenham Hotspur 2, Arsenal Football Club 3. Yes, people, wife boy, welcome back to another Arsenal match reaction. The boys hold on from big win at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, man. Flipping hell, was that stressful. That was far more stressful than it needed to be honest. But at the same time, I couldn't care less. We got the 3 points. That's all that matters at this stage of the season. And now the attention turns to Manchester City, who play against Forest. We got our job done. We got our job done at the home of our rivals, who would have loved nothing more than to hold Arsenal's title race, just like Everton did to their rivals. But instead, we come to town. We deal with them in the first half. We look a bit ropey in the second half, to be honest, but we held out, and that is the main thing, guys. Look, people point to mistakes, and I hope the fact we didn't concede those 2 goals puts a dampen on the things. I hope not, because despite the fact we did concede 2 goals and it became much more nervous than it needed to be, we still won the game. We still won the game 3-2. That's exactly what we needed. Spurs had 15 days rest before playing this game. They had all the time in the world to prepare for it, get their whiteboards out, get their tactic boards out to get it done. We had literally like a 5-day turnaround from the Chelsea game, if that. We got the job done today. We did really well in the first half, containing them, defended fantastically. Then we got our 3 goals, 2 from set pieces, 1 from a brilliant counter-attacking play from Havertz over the top to Sancar, cutting inside and beautiful left-footed finish into the corner. And that's why you have 3 goal leads, right? That's what I say. 1-0 and 2-0 is never safe in the Premier League. You have to get that 3rd goal. We did, and although we did concede those goals, and both of them, let's be honest, were silly goals to concede. The first one, what is David Raya doing? Why, oh why, are you trying to do like a left foot, half back spin like chip ball in your own box? What are you doing? Just put your foot through it. I don't get what he's doing there. We concede, and then I'm thinking this could be ropes, because with half an hour left, Spurs just need 2 more, because the draw would have been a good result for them, given they were 3-0 down at half-time. Plus, they got all the momentum in the game. So I was sitting there thinking this could get ropey for us, really ropey. But we withstood the pressure, to be fair to us. Like we obviously went 3-1 from 3-0 to 3-1, but we stood firm. And for me, that was really eye-opening in a positive way, because so far this season in the running, Arsenal done really well, but I'm yet to see us come from behind, come from in front, to then concede a goal and look a bit nervous. Our defense has been really solid. We barely conceded any goals. And the one game we did lose to Aston Villa, it was 0-0 until they scored. They were the first team to break the deadlock. So this was a real eye-opener, because last season, we went to Liverpool 2-0 up, threw it away. We went to West Ham 2-0 up, threw it away. Were we going to do the same thing again against Tottenham Hotspur, our bitter rivals? No. And that's the positive thing. We went 3-0 up, got one back, obviously Tottenham did. They got another one back around towards the end of the game with Declan Rice kicking straight through the back of, I think it's Ben Davies or something. And then you're sitting there thinking with 5 minutes to go, plus added time, you're looking at 10, 15 minutes potentially. We're on the ropes, but we stood firm. We stood really firm, which was a good thing. We were a little bit nervous towards the end. I don't know why we packed the back 4. Like towards the end of the game, we literally did not leave our 12-yard box. I think it was only Rice pressing the final man on the edge of the box with possession. But it didn't matter, because the main thing is we got the job finished. And that's all that matters. We wanted to win, and we got to win. Don't matter how we got it. Don't matter if we were 2-0 down and won 3-0 or 3-0 up and won 3-2. It does not matter. A win was the only thing we needed from this game, and it's job done. Job done. And Man City would have seen that game and thought, you know what? We expect Arsenal to maybe struggle against Tottenham. We expect Tottenham to do us a favour. Didn't end up happening. We got the job done. We now have 4 points clear of Man City, who played today, and obviously have a game in hand against Tottenham themselves. But we did our business, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters. We have to pretend the title is in our hands. That's our mentality. Pretend the title's in our hands. Think if we win all of our games left, there's 3 games now left. If we win our last 3 games, think we win the title. That's how we've got to think as fans and as players. And the chips fall where the chips fall on the table. But we can't sit here and start complaining. We've won the game, but then go, oh, but Man City won on midweek. Man City might win again. Don't worry about all that. Pretend the title's in our hands. Pretend we have the opportunity to win this title if we win every single one of our games. Then when it comes to the end of the season, at 6 p.m. on May, whatever the date is, like the 17th of May or whenever it is, right? Then we can sit there and really start to diagnose, was it a good end to the season? Was it a bad end to the season? Do you get what I mean? But for now, we shouldn't really worry about that. We shouldn't worry about that whatsoever. We got to deal with our performances. And I thought the first half was good, to be honest, guys. Really good on the counter-attack. I actually don't think we played fantastic today. If I'm being genuinely honest, I think in the first half, Spurs were the better team. Spurs between the boxes are a very good side. And they proved it again today, but they just lack that sort of like ruthlessness, I feel. Because in the first half, they had a few chances, particularly Romero through headers should have scored. And in their own box, they conceded sloppy goals from corners, counter-attacks. it just summed up their game, to be honest. I actually think between the boxes, Spurs were a better team and they had better. I think, to be honest, they had more of the possession. They looked like they were more in control of the match. Obviously, possession does not necessarily correlate to having domination over the game. But I do think Spurs played a decent game. And I think we were living, to be honest, on the counter-attack on the first half. We were defending brilliantly, but then picking and buying out chances from set pieces and counter. And it worked a treat. Worked an absolute treat. What really surprised me was that everyone played well in the team, but obviously Raya with the mistake was a bit sloppy. But I do think, to be honest, guys, Odegaard was quiet. Odegaard out of everyone was really quiet, which is surprising me because if you told me that Arsenal were going to win this game today, I would instantly assume if Arsenal were to win this game, Odegaard would have a massive, massive impact on us winning this game today for his passes in between the lines. But I actually thought Odegaard was really sloppy today, the opposite of what I'm used to seeing from him, which is really weird to think because normally Odegaard's a very, very cultured footballer who you trust in these positions. But look, it's one of those things. Like I said, he's been really good so far this season. So I'm not going to slate him at all. We got the job done as well at the end of the day. But that was really surprising to me. One player that did stand up, though, was Bukayo Saka. He got a lot of slack recently, saying he's not turning up in the big games. Starboy who, Starboy where. He turned up today. Big goal, man. That second goal was massive as well because that was a swing. That was a complete swing because Spurs scored down their end with Van de Ven, marginally offside. 4 minutes later or so, we scored down the other end with Bukayo Saka. Literally, like, it went from 1-1 to 2-0. So that was a massive, massive goal from Saka that opened up the game for us. So I'll be honest with you guys right now, yeah? I will sit here and go, Arsenal played really well in the first half and could have thrown it away. But at the same time, look, we got the job done. There's no panic. There's no panic around the camp. We should be smiling. We should be happy. Job's done. We've now got a week's rest, I believe. Our next game is against Bournemouth. Early kickoff on Saturday. 6 days away until that one. We play first again in the week, which I always like to do. I love to play before our title rivals. I should say title rival now because Liverpool are out of it. I think we can all agree with that one. Actually, a little point on Liverpool because I do want to say this. I do feel a little bit vindicated because I remember saying multiple times during the season that I do not see Liverpool as title challengers because I do think they're going to throw it away at some point. I didn't really feel like they had the performances in them to get to last a 38-game season. I always felt like they were relying on individuals. And I felt quite vindicated for them to lose against Everton and drop points to West Ham. Because I did call that over those 3 away games, Fulham, West Ham, Everton, I can't see them winning all those games. I thought they'd win 2 and lose 1. They end up winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 1, which at the end of the day still ended it for them. But yeah, to be completely honest, I felt vindicated in that one. Because I did say that I do think either Arsenal or City will win the title. I didn't think it'd be Liverpool. And lo and behold, I was correct in that. And what the good news for Arsenal is, we're staying in the race. Liverpool did what Arsenal did last season, which is basically look very good up until the end point and then fall away in crunch time. We're now actually learning our lessons from last season, which is another reason why I don't get why a lot of fans are calling for the manager's head. So many fans, Arsenal fans, saying Arteta has to go, we have to sack him, he's not a winner. Guys, you can't guarantee winning a trophy every season. But if you're seeing progression, if you're seeing a team that's getting better, season in, season out, how can you complain? I don't get it. It's like some fans think if you don't win a title, you have to go. I'm not being funny, right? We're not Real Madrid. We're not at that state where we have to win a title every season. We're Arsenal Football Club, a massive football team. But I understand that at the start of the season, when all the predictions were made, Arsenal were not the favourites. Man City were the favourites, given the quality of squad they have, given the quality of manager they have. Mikel Arteta, in my opinion, has done a fantastic job this season. Very good. Every season, he's improved. Every single season. For 4 or 5 years in a row, he's improved. So how can we sack this manager? I don't get these thoughts. People saying if we lose the title, the manager has to go. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. First season he took over, we were shambolic. He took over a right mess, right? Same with the season after. Then the season after that, he actually started to implement some football. We almost made top 4, end up finishing 5th, bottled it. Season after that, massive jump. Almost won the title, but bottled it, finished 2nd. This season, we might not win the title again, but we're getting further in the race. We're getting closer and closer and closer. So for me, I'm seeing progression. And as far as I'm concerned, if there's progression from the team, season in, season out, that's what I want to see. I watch a football team to have enjoyment, right? And this Arsenal team, for the first time in my lifetime, alongside last season, but even more this season, is a team I can actually believe can win the title. I didn't see it last season, right? It got to April, we dropped points to Liverpool, fine, it happens. That's a tough place to go. But then West Ham, what are we doing there? Southampton, they're bottom of the table. What are we doing? Brighton again, 3-0 at home. What are we doing? Forest on the game after, just throwing it away. We drop points at crunch moments. This season, crunch games again. Tottenham, Man City in April. Big away games. Chelsea as well at home. Big games we played and big games we came through. We lost one game all April. One game against Aston Villa. We've lost one game all 2024 in the Premier League. For me, that's progression. Like I said, pretend the title is in our hands. We have to attack every single game, all 3 games left of the season. Like if we win all 3, we've won the title. That's got to be our mentality. Let the chips fall where the chips fall. But we've been dealt the cards we've been dealt. And as far as I'm concerned, right, we've got as good a chance as anyone in terms of us and Man City. I know Man City have got the 2 games. I've got the game in hand. They're 4 points behind. But as far as I'm concerned, right, if it was the other way around and if Arsenal were 4 points behind and had 2 games in hand, I don't think anyone would be calling Arsenal favourites in that position because we know what Arsenal are like. So don't count Arsenal out of it, guys. Trust me. City can slip up. I think it will happen. I genuinely do. Hand on heart, I think City will slip up. I just hope and pray we don't slip up at the same time. I actually think City could drop points today. I'm going to put my neck on the line. I knew they'd beat Brighton in midweek. I said it. I said they're going to beat Brighton. Brighton are not a good team that people think. I know De Zerbi's a good manager, but Man City will roll over Brighton. I was confident in that. I actually think Forest can beat City today, or at least get a point. I know it might sound crazy. I know I'm putting my head on the chopping block, but here's my thought process, right? When you get to the end of the season, you actually would rather play teams in mid-table than bottom of the table. That's my genuine thought. Brighton are on the beach. Wolves are on the beach. Forest are in a relegation scrap. So for them, this is a 6-pointer today. So for me, if I'm looking at it, I'd rather play teams between 10th and 15th than between 17th and 20th or 19th because Sheffield United relegated. You can call me crazy, but I would rather Man City play Forest than play Brighton today. That's my genuine thought process. I'd rather they play Forest than play a team like Wolves because I genuinely think Forest are more dangerous. They've got more to fight for. That's really my thought, to be completely honest. So let's just hope and pray that happens. I've got a little bit of faith in Forest. They might be able to pull it off. They got unlucky against Liverpool, conceding in the last minute. Against us, it was 2-1. Not by any means an easy game for Arsenal. So hope and pray that they take something from City. Even a draw would be a good result for us. But from our standpoint, we're improving every season. Guys, the squad is getting there, bro. I'm telling you guys, in my lifetime, obviously, I was born in 2002. I'm too young to remember the Invincibles. But in my lifetime, I'm actually seeing an Arsenal team that I can believe in. We've got a squad, guys, like an actual army, like a proper group of warriors that I can see in this team. So I genuinely do believe, guys, yeah, this team can win the title. If not this season, next season. Because we've got a squad there. We're building. Look at the way we defend, man. I know today we obviously conceded 2 goals, right? And it's going to overshadow what was a good defensive performance overall. But that was just sloppy from Raya and then Rice kicking through the back of Ben Davies. Other than that, we hadn't conceded an away goal in 10 hours or something crazy like that? Something crazy like that? So for me, to be completely honest, guys, yeah, we're building a proper team. I think we're a better team than Man City on paper. Obviously, that means nothing. Come the end of the season, it means absolutely nothing. It's only who's at top of the table at the end of May that really matters. But if I'm looking at it from that standpoint, which is the only thing you can control, you can't control results, but you can control performances. I think we've performed really well this season. And for me, I have faith in the manager. I believe he should get another season. But this is my thought process on the manager, because I know it's going to get brought up by a lot of people, yeah? My thought process on the manager is very simple. Mikel Arteta, if he's improving, you keep him in the job. Every single season, he's improved so far. But here's where you get to crunch point. This season, if we don't win the title, but we lose on the final day, like let's say we win on the final day and Man City win on the final day, and they win the title, for me, you hold your hands up and you say, fair play, Man City. They did not lose a game in 2024, basically, in the Premier League. Fair play. Hold your hands up. What a performance from them. What a run by them. On the flip side, right? If we do win a title, fantastic. But even if we don't, for me, the only way Arteta can progress next season is to win the title. That's it. His first season, he inherited a mess. First full season, another mess. Season after that, got 5th, almost Champions League. Season after that, finished 2nd, almost won the title. This season, potentially 2nd or 1st. Season after, the only way you can improve now, in my opinion, is if he wins the title. Because you can't improve the performances and not win the title. Like, the performances are literally 99% of the way there to win the title. Guys, I'm being genuinely honest. I don't think we can perform any better and not win the title. We are that close. We're a title-winning team. Trust me. So those people hating, I know you have to win the title to prove it, but the performances I'm seeing, the pundits are all saying it. I'm not the only one saying this. We're a title-winning team with the performances we're putting in. Like, if we were to perform 1% better, it's a guaranteed title. pretty much. So for me, I believe in the manager. I believe in the players. I had a couple of additions in the summer. Been off the two Man City boys, Jesus and Zinchenko especially. Bringing another striker, bringing another defender and another midfielder, and I think we're looking good. I think we're looking good for next season especially. But let's not talk about next season. Let's talk about this season because we've won the game. Let's pull up the table as well. Actually, let's pull up the stats first. Then we'll pull up the table. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll get onto the comments in just a second. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe down below my road to 6,000 subscribers. I've streamed after basically every single Arsenal game for the past 3 years. And guys, we're looking on the way to winning a title this season, man. On the way. Look, it's not by no means in our hands. It's City's hands. But I've got a good feeling. I don't know why, but I've got a good feeling in my bones. So here's the situation I play. On paper, statistically, probably the worst performance all season. If we look from statistics standpoint, let's be genuinely honest, right? 9 shots, 3 on target, 37% of the ball. But do you want me to be completely honest right now, guys? I couldn't give a monkeys. I could not give a monkeys if we had 80% of the ball or 37% of the ball. We won the game, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Another surprising thing, subs-wise, Arteta made no subs. He just took off 2 players. Like, genuinely, the guy made no subs, man. He did not want Jorginho. He did not want Havertz. Sorry, he did not want Jesus. He did not want my man Nketiah up front. He didn't even want Jorginho in the team or anything like that. So, or Zinchenko. So for me, that showed a lot about where Arteta was at with the team. But we got the job done, and that's what matters. Our next games go like this. We got Bournemouth, United, Everton. That's it. 2 home games, 1 away game. That is it. That will dictate our season. Simple as. Here's the table right now. 80 points. 80 points on the board. Last season, we ended the year with 84 points. So, if we were to, like, let's say, if we were to win and draw and lose, we remain on 84 points, same as last season. If we're to win at least 2 of our next 3 games, that is progression. That's better point-wise than last season. City have got 5 games left. The maximum they can do is 15 points from those 5 games, right? 5 times 3 is 15. So they could go up to 91 potentially. Potentially 91, which would put them at a better place than last season. If they were to go level with last season, they would then have to win all their games, like win 4 and draw 1, which they could do. And that opens the door for Arsenal on goal difference-wise to win the title. That's a big point, guys. Not enough people talk about this, but the goal difference is super, super important. Goal difference can win you the title. It absolutely can win you the title. Because psychologically, City know if they were to draw a game, it's in Arsenal's hands. Not of points, but of goal difference. We've seen teams like Liverpool in 2014 chase down goal difference and throw away games that they were winning 3-0 in. Kind of like what almost happened today. So, guys, to be honest with you, I actually think we're in a decent position, right? We're in a good position. If you told me with 3 games to go in the season, we're 4 points at the top of the table, City have 2 games in hand, I'd snap your hand off, man. I'd snap your hand off. Because we're in a position now, we're 3 games to go, we're in it. Where we are where we wanted to be given last season's mess up. We are where we wanted to be. I don't want anyone to be nervous. I don't want anyone to be sitting there going, oh, Man City are going to win the title, even if they win today. Don't worry about all that, man. We're in an exciting position. We're in a position we want to be. And Arsenal fans, do not complain. Don't you dare complain. We have been in the gutter for the past few seasons, right? We're finally in a position where our team can win the title. Don't you dare start complaining right now. If you want to complain at the end of the season, so be it. Complain at the end of the season about us not winning the title if we don't win it. But right now, I don't want to hear any complaints. We're in a title challenge. We've gone to our neighbours and won the game. Bear in mind, the year we won the Invincibles, we went to Spurs and drew. We drew at their ground. We still won the title, but we drew. This season, we went to their ground, we won. Same mirror time slot, pretty much identical position of games with the same amount of games to go, basically. We went there and we won the game. We did a job on our neighbours. Yes, it looked nervous towards the end, but who cares? 3-2, that's all that matters. We knocked them out the top 4 race, and we gave us a massive title boost. In about 7 minutes' time, City kick off. So we've done the right thing, guys. We've done the right thing. All right, let's finally get into your comments. If you're new around here, do subscribe down below on my road to 6,000 subscribers. VD Predict, appreciate you on the stream, my friends. David Rice got a mistake in him. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what he was doing. What was he doing there, man? Was he trying to backspin the ball like his what's it called? My man Rafael Nadal, Spanish, right? Spaniard. Just trying to backspin the ball. What's he doing? Just put your foot through it. I have no clue. But another thing I do want to say though, guys, yeah? I enjoyed the fact we obviously conceded and we still did not lose the game. Because 3-1, right? With 30 minutes to go, is not over. Against a team like Tottenham, against your rivals, They went all with guns blazing in that last 30 minutes, and we withstood the pressure. So I really enjoyed our mentality towards the end of the game. We stood firm. So I think that's actually a positive thing that we managed to concede but still stay alive. That being said, Ryan needs to fix up because I don't know what he was doing there. But also give him credit because after conceding that stupid error, he then looked really solid after that. Made a few good saves and catches from crosses, eating up those balls, man, from the crosses, like a magnet in there. So I have to give him a lot of credit. Leonard, appreciate you on the stream, my friends. Ryan's mistake is common and normal, but he shouldn't do that again. We have all the 3 points. Ooh la la. My man, I agree with you. Look, I know Ryan made a mistake. I know a lot of people slew him for that. Equally, Declan Rice, and what he was doing, kicking through the back of Ben Davies. But job was done. Don't spend your time slewing the goalkeeper or slewing Declan Rice. The job was done. It's a mistake. They know it. We know it. Everyone knows it. This ain't the time to jump on their back. This is the time to realize you made a mistake. Your teammates dug you out of trouble. Give them a pat on the back. All get in the huddle. Have some song and dance in the changing rooms. Then back on the training ground on Tuesday for the preparation against Bournemouth on Saturday, early kickoff. That's got to be the mindset. 3 finals to go. That's it. Win every single game. You win the title. Obviously, obviously that's not the case because Man City have got a game in hand, but that's got to be the mentality. Arteta must be telling those boys, forget what Man City do. Don't even turn on the TV to Man City. I know that's damn near impossible, but that's got to be their mindset. Don't even worry about Man City. Worry about our performances. As far as I'm concerned, you win those next 3 games, you're champions. You're champions. And if Man City do win those last 5 games, you give them a pat on the back and you say fair play. But for me, win those 3 games, you are champions of England. That's my mentality. I genuinely think that. I do think if we win these next 3 games, we will win the title. I don't think Man City will win all 5. You can call me crazy. You can say, oh, man, this is what Man City do. How you got betting against Man City? Look, probability has no memory. That's how I see it. City are a fantastic team. They've won 3 in a row. They were odds on for 4 in a row. It is what eras come to an end. You can't keep going at this pace forever. They will lose a game eventually. They will drop points eventually. The Premier League is a crazy, crazy game. No game safe. You could be playing Arsenal. You could be playing Bournemouth. You could be playing bottom of the table Sheffield United. Nothing is a guarantee in football. City will lose one, will drop, not necessarily lose, but they'll drop points in one of those 5 games. I see it happening. I don't know which one, but it will happen. I'd love to see it happen today. I would love to see it happen today. And then that slides open the door for Arsenal to go in. Because remember, guys, even a draw puts Arsenal as the favourites because of goal difference. So hang in there. Hang in there. Keep our performances on. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're in this title race, man. Liverpool fell away. Liverpool threw in the towel. They capitulated. They literally just folded like a house of cards. We aren't doing that. We're keeping City honest. We're keeping them on their toes. We're in their slipstream. And last lap of the race, lap 38 of the race, we're going to sweep in behind and take them, man. Believe. See, I appreciate you on the stream, my friend. What do you think of Spurs' performance today? I thought they were all right between the box. I thought they were a really good performance under Ange. I genuinely think so. Spurs are not a bad team. I know a lot of people have been slewing them, especially in recent weeks. But Spurs are not a bad team, man. Trust me. Ange Postecoglou is building something there. I really like the man. I do. I don't like Tottenham. I hate the club, in fact, because I'm an Arsenal fan. But I do like Ange Postecoglou. He really strikes me as a very venerable individual, a man of real character, and he's a very humble guy as well. And he appreciates that he's got a job on his hands, but he's not shying away from it. So I think they've got a good manager there, Tottenham. Give him time, and I think he could do something very similar to Pochettino. Tommy, appreciate you on the stream. Dennis, Arsenal did their best to throw that one away. Win's a win. Pray for City to drop points. Exactly. Look, we almost threw it away. Every trick in the book to try and do so, we did. But we still won the game. A win is a win is a win. City now in 3 minutes time kickoff against Forest. And we got to hope and pray that somehow, some way, Forest gets something. Absolutely anything from that game. It was a game of mistakes, really. Yeah, from both sides. I agree with you. Big game of mistakes. But that's the North London derby, right? I think Gary Neville said that since he's been working at Sky for 10 years or so, the North London derby's been the best game he's seen in the Premier League. And to be honest, you have to kind of hear him in that one. Because, look, I'm not going to sit here and say the North London derby is the biggest game in the league, because it's not. In my opinion, United versus Liverpool will always be the biggest game in the Premier League. Definitely in my lifetime, given the historical edge of the two clubs. But one of the most entertaining games, for sure. For absolutely sure. Like, if you're looking for pure entertainment and two teams that will give it a right go, Arsenal and Tottenham's right up there. Right up there for bash, quality for quality, man. So I thought we were treated to a really good game today. This is how Spurs got back into it. Arsenal gave them 2 goals. Yeah, quite literally. Because our defense was so solid, the only way we were conceding was through mistakes. And Ryan made a silly one. But that's why you get 3-0 leads, right? Because even if you do make mistakes, you're still in a good position. Also, I need to ask you about the ref. Havertz pushed the defender and scored, but yesterday the same incident happened in Villa versus Chelsea. A no goal was given. Thoughts? Okay, do you want me to be honest? I did not watch Villa versus Chelsea yesterday, so I can't comment on that one. I didn't even watch the highlights, so I don't know about that. So I can't comment on that one. For me, I don't think it was soft. I think it's a goal. I don't think a single goal today or non-goal can be disputed. I'm not disputing the penalty that was given against us. I'm not disputing the offside that Mickey van der Ven got. Offside's offside. And I think all of Arsenal's goals were fair as well. I think the referee had a fine game. If you include the VAR decision on the penalty, because I think he messed up there. That was a guaranteed penalty when Rice kicked through Ben Davies. VAR bailed him out. But for me, I think it was fair. I think it was fair. I can't compare it to the game yesterday because obviously I didn't watch the game yesterday. But consistency is the main thing we asked for, right? So it's one of those things. I don't think anyone can blame the referee here today. I think you just have to blame Arsenal making mistakes and eventually, and thankfully saying it didn't cost them. It was nice to see Everton win a derby match after 14 years. Well, yeah, I think it was Arteta the last time. I think Arteta scored the last time they won against Liverpool Goodison as well. So big for them, and Arteta would have been celebrating that one. Points deduction does not matter to Everton. They are top flight heritage. Yeah, that team has been flirting with relegation for the past 6-7 seasons now. But every single time they seem to find a way out of it. And they've done really well because they've been deducted, what, 8 points? 6 points? Something crazy like that. And they're still, if I'm not mistaken, how many points have been deducted? Something crazy, genuinely. 8 points, I want to say. And they're still not even in like going to get relegated right now, which is crazy to think. But they're a superb team. Like when backs against the wall, Everton are a crazy good team to watch. Not watch, sorry. Crazy good team in terms of actually putting in performances, and a bad team to play against. Like, you don't want to face Everton last 5 games of the season if their lives are on the line. But we've got Everton on the final day. But I'm hopefully going to say it will be wrapped up by then. Everton are going to be on the beach. Also, who do you think will go down? The relegation battle is closer than you think. It is indeed. Obviously, Sheffield United gone down. That was basically a banker. Everyone would have predicted them to go down. If you want to be honest, I think it'll be Luton and Burnley as well. I think Forest will survive by the skin of their teeth. I think they will. They need to. If they win today, it's a massive, massive confidence boost. Massive confidence boost if they win today against City. But for me, any result is a good result in my eyes. Any result is a good result for Forest today. Any bonus, because when you're 17th, right, not 18th, you can afford to draw because you're still in like the leading position. So you just want to get points. When you're in Luton's position, you kind of need to win because you need to play catch up. And draws are not good enough when you want to play catch up. You need to actually win games. Look, it'll go down to the wire. I think it will. But at the end of the day, right, I think Forest have done enough over their first games of the season up until now, to give themselves the edge. So I think they will just about make it through if you ask me for my opinion. Okiki, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. I will celebrate it if City of Asaba, Delta State's capital. I'll celebrate it in City of Asaba, Delta State capital if Arsenal win the league. Brother, celebrate every single day of the week, man. If Arsenal win the league, have a week-long parade. I'll be at the parade as well. I might even vlog it because I know some people obviously don't live in London, so they won't get to attend the parade. But I'll be at the parade, no problem. Oh my God, Forest almost scored from the first kick of the game. Oh my days, man. Oh my days. Forest almost scored from the first kick of the game. But yeah, I live in North London. I'll be going to the parade if Arsenal do win it. Don't want to talk too soon, obviously. But if we do, I'll be there no matter what. Luton and Burnley to go down. I agree with that one. Also, do not rule out Manchester United getting points against Arsenal. They're big game raisers. 100%. 100%, Tommy. United is never an easy game for Arsenal. I know a lot of my friends saying, oh, we'll sweep over United. They're a crap team. Genuinely not at all. That is never, ever an easy game against Manchester United. They're a very good team. They always raise their game against Arsenal as well. But at the same time, if you ask United fans, and to be honest, most of their players as well, secretly, would they rather City win the league or Arsenal win the league? They'd rather Arsenal win the league. So could they do a little bit of a throw in the towel? You get what I mean? Dennis, I really love that, man. Arteta is creating an army which is progressing into ruthless Terminators. Arteta is perfect for us. I agree. And here's the biggest thing I say, yeah? Here's the biggest thing I say. A lot of Arsenal fans are Arteta out or say, oh, we should have got rid of him, right? If Arteta, let's say, for example, joins Liverpool or joins Manchester United, I guarantee those same fans will be secretly very nervous. I guarantee it. Guarantee it 100%. Say, talk of the big game when he's our manager. Oh, he's not good enough. We need a winning manager. Oh, he bottles it. I guarantee if he joined Liverpool, Man United, in the back of their head, they'd be like, oh, I didn't want him to go there. Well, he's a good manager. See, I'm telling you guys for a fact. I believe in Arteta, man. I believe in him. I give him next season for sure. Even if we don't win the league this season, I give him next season. Next season, he kind of has to win the league, though, because at that point, you've gone 3 years in a title race and not won it once. That's when he's looking a little bit worried. But I give him next season, especially if we don't win it this year. By the way, what a season for Bournemouth. Yes, Iraola and Gary O'Neill, candidates for manager of the season in my eyes. Oh, City almost scored. Candidates for manager of the season for Wolves and Bournemouth job. Superb. They looked certain relegation candidates early on. Now they attempt a record-breaking season for them. Well done, the Cherries. 100% agree with you there. Absolutely agree. Amru, appreciate on the stream. I do not know what that says, though, my man. I really apologize. They'll lose the Emirates next week, though. Potentially, but I wouldn't count anything too soon. Probably, but they have nothing to lose. I agree. Bournemouth manager deserves a lot of credit. 100%, man. Bournemouth and Wolves, both of them deserve an awful lot of credit, both their managers. And Marco Silva at Fulham as well. I think he's a top manager. Are you sure make a Champions League match on Thursday for Chelsea versus Tottenham? I might do Madrid Bayern. I won't be doing PSG Dortmund. Chelsea Tottenham potentially. It depends if I watch the game. I've been very, very busy recently, so I haven't had a lot of time to watch football. If I'm being brutally honest with you guys, I haven't watched a lot of football, to be honest, recently. I think it may or may not be a good goal. I think it may or may not be a goal, but very similar to the incident yesterday. So I'm just thinking of consistency being bad with refs. I mean, that's the only thing you could judge it off, right? Like if they're being consistent, that's the main thing. I think Burnley have done well to still be in the fight. Yeah, I agree, because I thought they were goners with Sheffield United a few months ago, but they've clawed their way back, to be fair to them. Jovi, appreciate it on the stream, my friend. Up the Arsenal, big up, my man, of course. 3 points for the Gooners. Fantastic win against Tottenham. I heard the Spurs fans say that if Arsenal win the title, he would shoot himself. Bloody hell, man. It's not that serious. It's just football. If people seriously letting football do that to them, they need to find new hobbies. I've got a position in my life where genuinely Arsenal win, lose, or draw, I'm smiling. It does not affect my day one bit or another. Genuinely. If we've drawn this game 3-3, I'd still be here giving my thoughts. I'd be a little bit annoyed, obviously, but minor, bro. Your day continues. Don't let football ruin or make your weekend. If your happiness is lined up to your team's performances, that's a bad remedy, man. Bad remedy. Unless you're a Man City fan, of course. Same for Tottenham when they play Man City. Yeah, they could roll over and die. Spurs will throw in the towel versus City. I agree. And that's why I'm not relying on Tottenham. I think Forest have got a good opportunity. Like I said earlier on in the stream, I think Fulham potentially could do something dangerous. And who's left? Wolves and West Ham. They could be goners, to be honest. But look, you never know. You never know, man. So I give. Look, it's our job. I just leave it in our hands, man. If we can win our games, so be it. If City win as well, fair play. But for me, we just need to do our job. But yes, I appreciate everyone tuning into the stream today. Arsenal won 3-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We now get to watch City, who are currently playing Forest. It's 0-0. Game just started. As I'm watching it beside me, we're hoping and praying, Arsenal fans, that City drop points somehow, some way. If you're new around here, do subscribe down below. Go to watch Forest versus City top stream as always. Appreciate you all joining, my man. Appreciate you joining, my man. Appreciate everyone joining as well down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I hope to catch you guys all in my next one. Take care.